he might have been the best part of the machine, but he was still on Fox News, saying all these talking points.
Well, war means war powers for the people waging the war. So these are people who think only in terms of power, acquiring it, preventing you from having it. So they see it, I mean, you see war in terms of its human cost or maybe its geopolitical effect. They see war in terms of their own fortunes and their own power. So the second we're at war, and there's a long history of this in the West, when war broke out in 1940 in England, the government, later run by Winston Churchill, our hero, put the opposition party in prison with their families, where they stayed without charges. And that's been, that's
sounds familiar, just a little bit.
Been Epsteined, it's gone as a fact, but that actually happened. So don't underestimate the ability of a government at war to use its new powers to criminally crush its opponents.
There's a journalist by the name of Steve Baker, who is a contributor to The Blaze, who has tweeted that he was instructed to turn himself in tomorrow for charges related to January 6th. This guy, you see a picture of him, he's wearing a suit, he's got glasses, he looks like your quintessential journalist. Richie McGinnis, who's a friend of ours and also a journalist who worked for The Caller, said
I remember Richie McGinnis got a lot of that firsthand coverage of Rittenhouse, and going to text saying, "Merry Christmas, guys, I will be doing a Christmas show, 8 p.m. Eastern on Christmas. We will be here."
This guy's unambiguously a journalist, and he told them only a few months ago, they'll never arrest you for this, but now they're doing it.
So how about no? I mean, when is the first person going to stand up and say, this is fake, this is political, I'm not submitting? I mean, I don't know. At some point, they're going to force people to do that. Everyone in this room believes in the system, grew up in the system, was proud of the system for its unique fairness globally. Unique. Mm-hmm. No system was fairer than ours. And that's the main thing that we were proud of as Americans, and no longer is. And it's transparently political, particularly the January 6th stuff. There's it's been 3 years. Yeah. This is insane. And so someone at some point is going to be like, I don't know, you're going to have to Ruby Ridge me because I'm not playing along.
That's worrisome.
It is worse. Yeah. But I'm saying, why does everyone pretend like this ghost system, which is merely sort of a grotesque imitation of its former self, still is real? It's not real.
You're speaking my language.
And it's very interesting to hear Tucker, of all people, say this, because he was so recently part of the machine. And I mean, he might have been the best part of the machine, but he was still on Fox News, saying all these talking points. And I think that is why people trust him. People are continuing to trust him because he was a different guy. He was the Fox News guy. And so the circles that he was in, the information he was getting, it made sense that he said and thought the things that he did. And now that he's not the Fox News guy and he's talking to all these, alternative media people, that his opinions are changing in an organic way that you would expect for somebody who's actually down with all this.
Everybody knows what two words I want to say, but I'll throw it to Charlie instead.
No, I mean, look, the Empire is going to strike back in 24. What that looks like, we don't know. And in 20, they did declare war. That's what COVID was. COVID was a domestic declaration of war that gave unelected bureaucrats unlimited power to change the voting laws.
Damn.
And they're going to try to do it in 2024. Probably a foreign war, but who knows? And we have to be prepared for that if we want even a chance to win. And people ask all the time, do you think we're going to win? I have no idea.
Well, these rules are all still in place?
Yeah, I mean, mostly.
Universal mail-in voting?
We've minorly changed some things in Georgia, Wisconsin.
So we talked about this in depth on the last stream, but it's specifically for officers of the United States, and the president is not an officer of the United States. So it's a misreading, or it's a misapplication of the 14th Amendment.
Some things. Arizona has gotten worse, actually. We've gotten less secure in our elections here.
And also, let's not kid ourselves. There's probably going to be a psyop. There's probably going to be a false flag.
We're living through one.
There's probably going to be an agitation, and our reaction to the next thing, whatever that next thing is going to be critically important. And this is why I think there's such a massive effort to take down Twitter, to take down Rumble, to take away people's ability to call out the psyops in real time, which are happening right now. And I think the system is kind of scrambling because I think they had a lot of things down the pipeline, but they know they can't get away with it. It's a very dangerous gambit that they're playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, this whole idea that there's something coming down the pike. I don't know how to say that I know this. I don't know it, but there's something in the air that you could feel that people are getting desperate in the establishment, and it's just very important that we're looking at these things and understanding what does this mean? What is behind this? Not every story you just follow the face value. Like there was just a video that came out with some dude in a MAGA hat that was burning down something or another. And it's just, you got to look really close because that stuff is, people are making fake videos. The lawfare or the warfare online is insane. Shout out to M169. Welcome to the party. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We also got X Frost in the building. Welcome to the party, guys. Talking about how there is likely a psyop coming, so keep your eyes open.
And I don't see things going well the longer this goes on and the more that we don't know what the future is going to be in front of us with as they're desperate.
That's what waiting around is not the solution, because if we just petition them to, hey, please stop electronic voting, we can't see the code, please give us the code, it's not going to happen. We need to build systems that are better, or in parallel, like we could vote legitimately on the machine or wherever with paper, and then on a blockchain voluntarily. Like it would just take a lot of us to do it.
I mean, obviously that wouldn't work out, but that's a great idea. Like, not enough people would do it, but that's a fantastic idea.
And then we could check and see if they're accurate. And that would be one way to move forward.
It is tough. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what Tucker was saying. Yeah, let's not have electronic voting machines. Open source the code, do whatever you got to do. But there's a practical question of what can we do right now with less than a year in front of us.
Mm-hmm. The best thing is use X and Twitter because it's obviously a threat to them. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't want to shut it down or go after Elon if it wasn't working. The greatest hope we have in 2024 is we have a sliver of the public square back that we didn't have in 20. And
that's very, very true. If you think about what would get you banned on Twitter just a few years ago versus what you can say now, as it should be. Make sure you're following me on X, Twitter, right there.
That's why they're going to try to either indict Elon or they're just going to try to crash Twitter through a DDoS attack or some sort of foreign threat. They're going to try to take Twitter down by the summer.
The EU is going after him now.
Yeah,
they just announced this today,
obviously.
Right?
No, people are saying things on Twitter that you're not allowed to say. And they're going very viral very quickly, and public opinion is changing too rapidly.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.